on the road, I suppose. Looking forward to getting over and playing the Power.
Yeah, look, it's I'll keep saying the same thing every week, but it's clearly a really important game for us. We're 5-7, so we're really striving to get back to that, to evening up the ledger, and this is another step towards that. So, we're really conscious of the Power of being, really competitive for parts of games this year, and we have to expect a really good full four-quarter effort from them, because we know their best is really good. I think back to earlier in the year when they played Geelong down at Skilled Stadium, and I was at that game, and they were really, really competitive against the best side in the competition for the first quarter. So, they've got some players back in that didn't play against us last time. Boak and Pearce and Jay Schultz, who kicked 7 goals against us last year. So, it's going to be a big challenge for us over there.
Do you feel like the season's really sort of starting to turn around for you now? You won a couple in a row after obviously the bad start.
Oh, we think we're improving. I mean, I still think we're yet to prove that we're really good enough to compete with the really good sides in the competition. Our improvement's been steady and gradual, but we've still got a long way to go. We've won some games we really needed to win, but we're still short of where we want to be.
Have you stressed to the guys how important it is that the gains you've made in the recent weeks will mean nothing if you don't come back with the points?
Well, I haven't had to, Luke, this week. I've been fortunate because I've got the best tool in my armoury that any coach can have, and that's a plethora of players to pick from at the selection table. So, players will either perform or other players in the VFL will go past them. So, we've had some real selection headaches the last 3 weeks now, and that's only starting to continue. And big Hamish McIntosh coming back through the VFL this week, so that's only going to further compound our match committee issues. But they're good issues.
Are you looking at many changes?
Yeah, we've been forced to look. We're going to have one definite change. Scott McMahon will come out of the side for unusual reasons. His wife is due to give birth in the next few weeks, and just due to the nature of the pregnancy, there is a small chance that she might require an emergency caesarean section. So with that, even though it's a very small chance, my view is that even though it's a small percentage chance, I think it'll occupy 100% of Scott's thinking while we're over in Adelaide. So to my way of thinking, if his mind's not going to be on the job where it needs to be, and it should rightly be with his wife. So we've made the call that we're not going to take him this week, and he can stay home with his wife and just be sure that if anything happens, he's going to be there.
Is that just for interstate games, or is that something like the Melbourne games obviously?
No. Yeah, I mean, if she had to go into labour at very short notice, if it was a Melbourne game, it wouldn't be an issue. We're obviously right here, but there's a risk that he wouldn't be back in time for the birth. So, as I said, it's only a very small chance, but by my way of thinking, he's going to be thinking about it all the time. And if he's doing that, he can't commit himself 100% to the team. So, we require all our players to do that. So, we'll leave him out this week.
So then you'll get back Hanson?
Well, he's certainly in the mix. I mean, he's a really important player. He's trained really well throughout the week, but we've got decisions to make, and my attitude is the players who have come into the side have done the job. So Cam Pedersen's come in and been terrific for us, and but we do have a lot of players coming back from injury. Daniel Pratt's due back, and Lockie Hansen's due back. Cam Richardson, Cruz Garland have been dominating the VFL. So Ben Warren, Ben McKinley have been really dominating their position. So we've got a lot of decisions to make, and it'll be an important training session for a lot of players.
Are there still concerns over the nature of Hanson's concussion? Is he still having effects of it?
No, he's fine. He's fine. I mean, quite often, in terms of all the concussion testing, he's 100%. Some of the residual effects you can have from concussion, shoulder and neck issues as well. So it's a matter of determining whether is that headache type symptom coming from shoulder and neck pain, or is it coming from the actual concussion. But all our scans and all our tests suggest he's okay and ready to resume.
Are you confident total play, or if he doesn't, what approach will you take?
No, well, I'm not confident. I mean, he'll need to train really well, today, and or he'll certainly need to do what the medicos want him to do. So that may not involve full training, but he'll need to prove that he's very, very close. But we've got Cam Pedersen's shouldered the ruck load before. Drew Petrie's a very competent ruckman, so we'll pick a side that can cover the loss of Goldie if he doesn't come up.
Any danger of McIntosh slotting straight in, or would you just?
No, absolutely no danger of that. I mean, that wouldn't be fair to Hamish, and it wouldn't be fair to our team. I mean, he's basically, he hasn't played football in almost 12 months, so he needs to get back out there and play, and he's really looking forward to it. And even still, I think we'll play him probably 75% of the game in the forward line just to get used to playing footy again, and the brief odd stint in the ruck, but we think he'll need at least a couple of weeks at VFL level before he's even available for AFL selection. So regardless of what happens to our team, we won't pick Hamish for the next couple of weeks.
How long will you give Goldstein? Like, will you name him tonight, or will you give him
we'll name him in the side. Being a Sunday game, we'll certainly name him in the side and take him to Adelaide, and give him right up to the last minute, because he's obviously very, very important to us.
Just on a slightly different note, Brad, we've been talking about runners. There's a sort of story today about them and in the wake of the role of Smith. I'm just wondering what your call is, I guess, on the prospect of banning them, and I guess what you see their role is.
Oh, it's an absolutely ridiculous notion to ban runners. I mean, we've got a really unique game, and we should protect the unique nature of our game. And to suggest that we should ban runners is just a ridiculous notion based on one isolated incident that was highlighted by TV cameras and having a runner mic'd up. I just wish that we'd stop jumping at shadows with these really minor incidents. I defy anyone who's grown up with AFL footy to suggest that they go to the football and watch the runner or even notice the runner. I mean, it's such a minor issue, and it's a vital coaching tool. I mean, what we have that is unique to our game, we have a continuous free-flowing game. I mean, if coaches need to get messages out there, and they need runners to do that, and the alternative is, well, let's have timeouts. Now, no one wants timeouts, so runners are still vitally important, and a lot of people are commenting on it. They need to ask the people who are actually in the coach's box, and perhaps some of the people who are commenting on it should come and sit in a coach's box if they get that opportunity to find out how often coaches use the runner for tactical messages.
Sure. Do you think in the Smith instance that maybe it was overused, or what's your
feeling? It was a clear breach of the rules to me, but I think that's isolated and it's very rare. The runner's there to deliver a message, but I think what should be highlighted is, quite often I'll give the runner a message such as, I want our back line to go one-on-one. Now, he can't run out and give that one message. He's got to get out to 6 individual players and give that message. So sometimes that can take time, but again, no one notices it. It's only when he's mic'd up and is on primetime TV that people notice. So, it's a non-issue. It should be treated as such.
It's a big win over Port Adelaide already this year. What kind of things can you take from that for this weekend?
Almost nothing, unfortunately, unless Travis Boak's going to be a late withdrawal like he was last time, and Jay Schultz doesn't play, Pearce didn't play, and Cassisi didn't play. So they're 4 pretty important players for them, and I think Jay Schultz kicked 7 goals against us last year, so we've got a lot of respect for him, and Cassisi's their captain. Pearce is one of the better running players going around when he's playing at his best, and and Travis Boak's one of the elite midfielders of the comp. So I wish they were going to field the same team as they did last time, but I suspect they won't.
You spoke about fighting out of your weight division last week. Is this one of the games with the power sort of down the bottom of the ladder that you expect to win?
Yeah, well, I think we're now starting to play the sort of footy that we're getting to the stage where I think the players genuinely believe their best can beat anyone. But having said that, we're yet to prove that. So yeah, the players believe they can win, but that belief is completely irrelevant, and it counts for nothing unless we go out and get the process right.
It was a pretty physical game against Essendon last week. Yeah. The guys a bit extra sore this week up there?
Yeah, they were sore, but we've got an 8-day break, so we've really managed the recovery of the players this week, and they've come up really, really well. So it was a Saturday game, and this is our main training session again on a Thursday, so we've given them plenty of time to recover, and I'm sure they'll be cherry ripe come Sunday.